North Korea appears to be working on new ballistic missiles, according to media reports. The revelations come a month after Kim-Jung Un signed an accord with U.S. President Trump to start the denuclearization process. Well, joining us in the studio is a correspondent, Alistair Sanford. Alistair, what exactly is being reported here?
Well, Tessa, these reports come from, quote, unnamed US officials, but they're quite detailed. They're carried in the Washington Post and also on Reuters. New evidence from US intelligence appears to show this, including satellite photos, appears to show that there's ongoing activity at North Korean nuclear and missile sites, and suggesting that work on advanced weapons is continuing. In particularly, they highlight one factory near Pyongyang, the Sanum-dong plant. Now, this is where it's believed that the first intercontinental ballistic missiles capable of reaching the US have been developed. And the images from the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency suggest that work on these weapons is continuing. There's been a certain amount of reaction, particularly on Twitter, from independent analysts suggesting that they find these reports credible. Remember, we've also had recent testimony from the US Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, saying that the North Korean factories continue to produce fissile material. Elsewhere, it's thought that the North Koreans are certainly honouring the agreement with Trump by dismantling some equipment, but it's thought that that's largely symbolic. And while they're doing that, this evidence suggests they're perhaps still working on weapons elsewhere.
And of course, this is coming after, we saw North Korea returning the remains of Americans killed during the war, and Donald Trump being very positive about progress. And then this seems to be a blow.
Yes, it would certainly call into question his strategy. Yes, there has been some progress, but consider the triumphant return and the euphoria amongst Trump supporters after the summit in Singapore with Kim-Jung Un. Donald Trump tweeted, "There's no longer a nuclear threat from North Korea." He said at the press conference with the North Korean leader that Kim-Jung Un had reaffirmed his unwavering commitment to complete denuclearization. Yes, as you say, there has been progress. What's believed to be these remains of US soldiers have been flown home. There's also ongoing talks between the North and South military officials. But this does call into question what was achieved at that summit. In particular, what does this phrase complete denuclearization mean, and what are the actual concrete steps that are going to be put into place?